All right, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas going to make his first trip to Mexico today to talk about mutual security concerns, including the surge in migrants at the border. Today's visit comes as border agents in Texas discovered a stash house where smugglers were holding more than 100 migrants. The conditions described as inhumane. Brandon Judd is president of the National Border Patrol Council. How you doing, Brandon? Good morning to you, and welcome back to our program here. Here's Mike Pompeo on the policies that are no longer. Watch.
It's not the conditions down there that have caused the current crisis at the border. It is the policies of the Biden administration. It's caused enormous devastation to the human beings that are being trafficked across the border. This is not only bad for them, it's really bad for the United States, and it's not a result of what's happening in Central America. It's a result of what's happening in Washington, D.C.
Well, I don't think you disagree with that. What has Mayorkas accomplished today? Good morning.
There's not going to be much that he's going to be able to do when you're going to blame this current crisis on conditions that exist in El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico that have always existed, that existed during the Trump administration, yet President Trump was able to drop illegal immigration to 45-year lows. When you're going to make excuses, you're not going to solve this crisis. And there are easy solutions right now. There's just not the political will to do it.
Give me an easy solution in your mind.
Hire judges, hold people in custody pending asylum proceedings. If we were to do that, we would be using a legal process that is humane, holding people in our custody pending their asylum hearing, and then we would be deporting people that don't have a right to be here, and we would be giving relief to those who have a legitimate claim to asylum. That's the right way to do it, but yet this administration isn't doing it.
Well, there used to be remain in Mexico, and apparently it worked over time. Finally, there's these governors, Abbott out of Texas and Ducey out of Arizona. They're looking for more help. Now, Governor Abbott suggested last week that Texas would start finishing the wall. I don't know the status of that right now. Perhaps you do, but here is part of their letter. Securing our border with Mexico is the federal government's responsibility, but the Biden administration has proven unwilling or unable to do the job. Of course, border states like Texas and Arizona are ground zero for this crisis and bear a disproportionate share of these burdens. Additional manpower is needed from any state that can spare it. It would be something else if other states said, we can help you with that.
Well, Governor Abbott has stepped to the plate. He's done more than any other governor that I've seen in my entire career. He's deployed Texas resources to the border. So when we've been overwhelmed, when Border Patrol has been overwhelmed, he's stepped in and he's filled those gaps. But we've got to go back to June 10th and what Vice President Harris said. When she said that she advocates for undocumented aliens, that is the clear indicator that this crisis is going to continue. She's advocating for lawlessness. She's supposed to be there, and she's supposed to be that beacon that says we're going to have laws in this country that we're going to enforce to keep our citizens safe, yet she's saying she's advocating for lawlessness.
Well, Brandon Judd, thanks for coming by today. And the story continues, and we'll see how the trip with Mayorkas in Mexico works out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.